Hello guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing? I hope we are having an awesome day. And yeah, welcome to my channel again. I'm Computer Mala here with Talden Digital Consulting. And today I'm going to be talking about something interesting. I got this from Dana's channel. She did something on how to build a Facebook ads funnel, and then that just inspired me. And I was like, okay, maybe I want to give this a shot on Google Ads funnel. Like, okay, if I'm going to build a Google Ads funnel, and a client approached me today and said, okay, I have $1,000, which is about like 535,000 naira per month to spend on Google. How are you going to distribute the campaign? What are the expected results? What can I look forward to? Right. So this is going to be more or less like a lead generation campaign because I'm more or less I do more with clients and businesses, even the businesses I have personally that not my business is not just agency. We also have a real estate agency, a real estate business that that makes sales on commissions and things like that. So everything boils down to one skill set that has really worked for me over the years, and that's lead generation. So basically, how do you use digital marketing to generate quality leads online on a monthly basis, and then use the sales team to qualify those leads? So that's really like the structure that I follow when I'm doing marketing online, right? But I also know that you might have an e-commerce brand, you might have a non-profit, and you're not necessarily looking towards generating leads, or maybe you're just looking for like a direct traffic to sales campaign. Well, this is not that. This is structured for clients and businesses that are looking to generate leads. But even though that's not for you, you can still stay tuned. You might learn one or two things about how I structure my Google Ads funnel, right? So let's get started. So today's case study, we're going to be looking at like a solar power systems brand. So a company that deals in solar installations and solar sales. So in Nigeria, we have a serious problem with electricity and power supply, and so there's a lot of companies that are actually, what they do is that they're into solar, they're in the solar industry, and they're springing up. We have solar lamps and stuff like that. So today's case study, this is not a client of mine. I'm just doing this. It's like a fictitious company. If you're into solar and you would like to and you like me to consult for you, you can send me a DM, you can send me a message, and I'll be glad to speak with you. But I'm just putting this out there like a case study so that we can go through it together and enjoy it as businessmen and marketers. So the brand is like a solar power systems. They do installations. Their average price is about like 3 million. It's about $6,000 to 5 million, about $10,000, right? So let's just say they have about like two products that they sell, and the first product is a 5 kVA 48 voltage solar hybrid energy setup. Second is a 10 kVA 48 V solar hybrid energy setup. So they are both going for, one is going for 6,000, the other one is going for $10,000. And what they're expecting on a per monthly basis on their ad spend is 5 sales per month, right? And that would give them a total sales of about $30,000 to about $50,000 on a monthly basis. So they are looking to make $30,000 on $1,000 that they are spending. So that's a 30 ROI. That's one for 30, right? So I think that's actually quite amazing in terms of being able to achieve that. We've achieved much higher for some clients, but I think that would be awesome, right? So like I said, in order to get this 5 sales per month, the way we're going to do it is that we're going to focus on lead generation, right? So it's not like it's a business where someone can go online and let's say they want to buy a 5 kVA so that they can't go online to websites and then take their card and then pay $6,000 on the website. It's very rare for that to happen, especially in the Nigerian system where there's a lot of fraudulent activities that happen. So people want to be very careful when it comes to paying online, and that's not just peculiar to Nigerian or African system. That's all over the world. People are still getting used to making payments online, but it's usually Anything above $1,000 online, people get skeptical. So if you're looking to make payments of $6,000 to $10,000, you want to speak with somebody on the phone. You want to, maybe visit their store, visit their, their office, and know them a bit before you make that kind of purchase. So it's very rare that someone will make that purchase online. So what you really want to do with your advertising or marketing is to get people to say, they're interested, and to kind of qualify those people on your website, right? So that once they indicate that they're interested in, in getting a solar solution, you can now follow up with them. So the way we do that is through lead generation, right? So the idea is that we're going to be sending traffic to a website, and once we send traffic to that website, a percentage of people are going to convert, right? And a percentage of those people are going to say that they're interested in the solar service, and then a percentage of those people are going to buy, you know, from us, right? Within the first, at least within the first 90 days, we should be able to have gotten at least 5 sales from this 100 leads that we're going to generate in the first month. And that's the idea of the kind of structure that we do for our clients, right? And this is just, I mean, it could be more, it could be less, but we're just giving it that, we're going to be generating about like 100 leads for the $1,000 we're going to be spending. So if you really think about it, that's about like, if you're spending $1,000 to get 100 leads, that's about $10 per lead, and your ROI, per lead is much, much more high. So it's a good return on the investment, to be honest with you. Just one sale would pay back the investment on marketing, and we'll still leave the client with profit. So I'm just going to show you like a landing page, like what we usually do for our landing pages before we get into the account structure, right, and things that we do. So basically, the idea is that like this is like a landing page for a building material business, right? And you can see that it's get high quality bathroom and kitchen materials. You can see the bathroom, furnishings and things of that nature. Request a consultation or call and stuff. So the idea is that we usually have the headline, the sub headline, and we have like a number that people can call. 90% of this traffic is going to be going to the mobile view. So we usually optimize for mobile. Even though this is optimized for desktop, I don't know if I can just make this smaller so I can show you the mobile view. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. So I'm just gonna extend. So this is like basically how it looks like on a mobile phone or on a tab. So you can see the request the consultation. So people can call, can request the consultation. You have the video. So each tab has its own call to actions, right? Request the consultation, call and store. You can see the products, and then you have the form. So the idea is that in the case of this solar company, we want 100 people to at least a minimum of 100 people to put their name, their email, and phone number, and show they're interested, and then they submit, and that takes them to a place where they can get qualified and things of that nature. So the goal is to generate 100 leads on a monthly basis, and then we'll send that 100 leads to the sales team, and then the sales team would follow up on those 100 leads, and then the hope is to be able to convert about 5% of those leads into sales and then generate 5 sales. So that's basically the structure with lead generation campaigns. I just wanted to walk you through that before we go into the structure. And then, sorry, let me just present. All right, so now we're going to the budget, right? So we're spending $1,000 per month, which is about 535,000 naira. So if you divide that by 30 days, I mean, that gives you a daily budget of about $33.3, right? So you're spending $33.3 every day on Google. Now, I mean, when it comes to the channels, it really depends on the product, right? But for a solar company, I'll probably work with 3 channels that I'll be advertising on Google. So that will be the Google search. So those are the text ads that you see, when someone is searching for a product on Google, when they're searching for a solution or searching for something on Google, and you see some adverts that come up on Google. So those are text ads. So that's Google search. And the reason why I want to be spending more on that is because this is a very high ticket product, right? And It's a very high ticket product, and the idea is that, so, a lot of people a lot of people are actually searching for solar solutions within Nigeria, right? So I'm going to open the Google Keyword Planner and then show you just an idea of what I'm talking about, right? So you can just see the amount of people that are searching for solar. So I want to spend a lot on that because I feel that that's where we get the most quality, traffic, from there, right? And then I also want to spend on Google Discovery ads because these are people who have, they've searched for solar products in the past maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to be using in-market audience. So those are people that are in the market with Google Discovery ads. And I'll also be doing the same, advertising on in-market audience on YouTube, right? And for that, I'm going to need an excellent video that just shows, a bit about the company, maybe a message from the founder, and just show like their process and maybe installations they've done, estates they've installed, solar panels, and things of that nature. So YouTube will be a great place to showcase kind of what they've done, on and using on a video, and then putting it on YouTube and advertising that. So this is how I'll probably split the budget: $13.3 on Google search, $10 on Google Discovery ads, then $10 on YouTube ads, right? So before I go into Google search, the planner, let me just go a bit deeper on this. So the idea behind this is that I really want to be able to also split the budget further between prospecting and retargeting, right? So as you saw here, I'm spending $10 on Google Discovery, $10 on YouTube ads. So when I bring it down, so for those who might not know the difference between prospecting ads and retargeting ads, prospecting ads are the ads that somebody sees for the first time. They don't know anything about your brand. They've not interacted with you. They've not been on your website. They don't know anything about you, right? So those are prospecting ads. So the ads, they go out there to prospect people and things of that nature. Retargeting ads are basically ads that once they know about you, they've been to your website, they've called, they've clicked on your call to action buttons, they've taken an action on your brand. Then based on that action that they've taken, they will now start seeing your ads over and over and over again. So it's the same thing that you go on Jumia and maybe you click on something, maybe you click on shoes, all of a sudden you're seeing shoes everywhere you go from Jumia. Those are retargeting ads. So we like to split the budget 70/30 for retargeting, where we spend 70% of the budget on prospecting ads and then 30% on retargeting. So depending on your product, you might have a 50/50 split, you might have an 80/20 split, but something 30 to keep it safe. And we don't do retargeting ads on Google search because we feel like that is quality traffic that people are, someone goes online and they are searching for solar panels. They are usually interested in buying, right? So you don't need to spend money on retargeting. So it's now people that have come from your search ads and maybe come to the website. You can now retarget them on other channels. Another reason why we don't do retargeting ads on Google search is that they're usually quite expensive. You might end up spending as much as $1 to $2 to $3 per click, when maybe it's costing you $0.24 on prospecting clicks. Retargeting clicks can be as high as $2 to $3, depending on the industry and things of that nature. So we like to stick very much with Google Discovery and YouTube as when we're doing retargeting ads. And there's a lot that you can do with Google search retargeting ads. I mean, in terms of volume and things of that nature, but we're not going to discuss that in this particular video, right? So I think that's it, and from there we can actually now go into the account itself. But before we go into creating a campaign, let's just show you some ideas from the keyword planner. So if you really see the keyword planner here, so now I'm searching for solar panels within Nigeria. You can see the date range and things like that. So what I really want to do with this keyword planner is to be able to know how many people are actually searching for solar panel products and things of that nature within Nigeria, right? And so from here you can see that solar panels has 3,600 people searching every month. So these are the average monthly searches for solar panels. So it's really, what's it called? It's a lucrative space. I mean, if you are selling solar products, this is a very lucrative space because a lot of people are actually searching for alternative energy solutions, right? So this is the kind of products that I want to invest a lot in Google search. Another thing I want to say about the account structure is that if I'm selling a product where people are not really searching for it, it's not something that people are searching for. It's something that people maybe they have to see an advert before they get interested in it, right? So maybe for example, let's say I'm selling like a course on, let's say I'm selling a course on how to I don't know, let us like how to play football or something like that, like, or maybe like how to, just something that people are not searching for, right? Maybe like how to turn, grate a sand, something like that, right? Nobody goes online and searches for how to grate a sand, especially in Nigeria. So that might be something that you might need to do like a YouTube or a discovery ad or a display ad to, to get people interested. But for things that you know that people are searching for, you should spend, you should put a considerable amount of your budget on Google search to get those people, right? So you have solar energy, you have solar power, you have solar panel price, solar cell, So I usually try and stick with the ones that maybe are a bit above, 100, and I work with those keywords. So, I might just work with one, two, three, four, and five, these five keywords, and just start from there, right? And create, a Google search campaign based on those keywords. So I use the single keyword ad group strategy, which is, short for SCAG. And what we do in that nature is that um, we really create one ad group per, sorry, one ad per ad group, right? So what that means is that, we use, sorry, one keyword per ad group, and that also means that we might create separate different ads under that ad group. So I'm going to show you a bit about what I'm talking about. So for example, now that you have solar panels, we're just going to create one ad group for solar panels. We'll create just one ad group for solar energy, create just one ad group for solar power, create one ad group for solar panel price, and then create one ad group for solar cell. And then what happens is that based on the search terms, we'll now start creating new ad groups and then adding those keywords to, to the original keyword structure and adding them as a negative keyword, right? So this might be explained further. I might have to do another video specifically on Google search so that you might be able to get it clearly. But just have that in mind that, that's the structure that we follow, right? So just to explain this further for people who don't understand, so how this works. So let's say solar panels. The idea is that if I go on Google right now and I type solar panels, in Nigeria, something like that, or like where to buy solar panels, things of that nature, you're gonna see ADS, you're gonna see ads pop up, right? And you know, so not a lot of people are advertising. So not a lot of solar companies are actually advertising. You can say so. When you see AD, these are solar companies that are advertising. So you have Genex Technologies, AR Energy, Hybrid Power. So the idea is that somebody comes there, they see the adverts, they're like, oh wow, they click on it, it takes them to the website. Then let's check out their website and see how it is. So it takes them to the website, and then yeah, so they come here and loading. Network is quite slow. So they come here, they see, the website, they see all of this information, you know, they see the video, they see the companies that you've worked with in the past, they see the projects you've done, and yeah, but so this is not really, this is awesome, but it's not great because, like, there should be like the way we have here in our landing pages, we usually have, two call to action, because the idea is that we want people to take action, we want to generate leads. That's the reason why we have the landing page. So there should be something like a request a consultation button, or if they're on the mobile phone, you just click and call out, so and that opens the, so they should have something like that where, people take action. The goal is not just for them to come here and leave. You want them to take action, indicate interest in whatever it is you're selling, right? So that's the idea basically of how this works. So we're going to be creating ads like that and then taking people straight down to the landing page, right? So When we are so I think right now we're just going to go ahead to create, just like to build the account structure and just do one or two things right before we end the video. So we're not really going to go and create different ads because that will make this video so lengthy. But I'm just going to build like the account structure and just show you one or two things about how we set up these ads. We might not be able to cover everything, but we already have videos on Google Discovery ads and YouTube ads already, so you can also check that out on the channel. Right, so when we are actually building ads um, for Google search, we usually use the Google Ads editor, right? So you can just you can go in your google.com and just search for Google Ads editor. That would basically that would take you to a place where you can download your Google ads editor. If you're using a Mac, download it for Mac. If you're using a PC, download it for PC. So once you are there, you set it up, you link your Google account, link it together, and then you can start, setting up your Google search ads, using Google Ads. The reason why I do this is because it's extremely, extremely easy. It makes it simple for me to set up ads right here. And especially when you're like an agency and you're setting up millions of ads at the same time, and you're doing a lot of duplicates, you're doing a lot of keyword structures, you're adding negative keywords. Google Ads Editor just makes your life easy, right? So I can't recommend it enough. It's a great product by Google and things of that nature. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a new campaign. And okay, right. So we can name the ad campaign. So I usually like to name my campaigns, with the name of the company. So the name of this company is Brand Solar Power Technologies, right? Okay, so you want to put um, your budget, right? So this budget right now, all right, sorry about that. I just realized that my Google Ads editor wasn't streaming to the video. So this is the Google Ads editor. As you can see, I've to add a new campaign. So I'm just going to delete this and add a new campaign again. So I'm just going to click on this and remove, right? So like I said, you can go on Google and download it. So to add a new campaign, just click on this add campaign button. I'm going to name this brand, Solar Power Technologies. Yeah. So I believe we are all good and everybody can see my screen. All right. So for the budget, we've already said we're spending $13.33, right? So you can you have two options, whether you want to make it daily or campaign total. So campaign total would be, 13.33 times 30 days. That would be the campaign total. But I like to spread it out for 30 days in case, especially if I'm doing an automatic payment structure, in case it doesn't work. So I don't commit myself unnecessarily. So this strategy, you can either have the manual CPC enhanced or it really depends. Like I like to maximize conversions. I like to go with maximize conversions, but that just means that um, you've already set up your what's it called, your conversion setup on Google, right? So, but if you haven't, it's either of those two. If you're like an e-commerce company, you can use target ROAS, or you could also use a target CPA, right? So either of these three, I like to go with maximize conversions. But I always advise that if you're just starting up and you've not really got in, a huge amount of what's it called? A huge amount of conversions. Always start with maximize conversions. Let Google automatically help you maximize your budget for conversions. And then once you have hit a particular, once you've hit maybe like 30 days or 40 days, or like 30 days, like a month in your campaign, then you'll be able to have an idea of how much it's costing you per conversion. Then you can now do target CPA, which is like your target cost per acquisition. So at this point, you already know what your acquisition cost is. You already know what your conversion cost is. So you can now do a target CPA. But when you're starting and you don't know what it is, you can either tell Google something that is higher than what it should be, or tell Google that it's lower than what it should be. Because if it's actually going to cost you about like let's say $20 to get one lead, right? And and you're basically and you've set your target CPA as, let's say for example, you set it as $5, then your campaign will not be, it will not work as well as it should because what you should have put there was $20, right? And the same thing if you go and put $40 as your target CPA, then Google will now start overspending, right? And they'll start overspending unnecessarily when they shouldn't. So yeah, you want to come back to target CPA. Once you know what your cost per acquisition is, you can tell people that okay, I don't want to spend above this amount to get this client or customer. But when you're starting and you don't know what this is, I always suggest that you just go with maximize conversions, right? All right. So, like I said, you want to do the maximize conversions and then just leave the target CPA. You don't put anything there, you just wipe it out and then just okay. Right. So, campaign type is search, right? You don't want to do any of this. What we're doing is a search campaign. Include search partners, yes. Include display network, no. So we're going to disable the display network. So basically, this wants us to do a search campaign where that shows on display network. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is a search campaign that shows on Google search, right? And some of their partners as well. That's okay. So you can put the start, end date, and then the rest is just basically straightforward, stuff that you can, that you don't need to really work on. Next, we're going to go. So sorry. Next, we're going to go into the. So that's the campaign. So we're going to go into the ad group, right? So, like I said, we use the single keyword ad group strategy. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to create um, an ad group, right? And then I'm just going to create just one ad group and then create one ad so that you just have an idea of how we do this. So we're going to create one ad group for solar panel, right? And so that's it. So you can click on that solar panel. Then what I'm going to do is now go to keywords and then I'm going to add a keyword. And then keyword I'm going to add is also solar panel, right? So I'm going to make this broad plus. Then that's all. I'm going to duplicate this. Just copy, paste. So we have solar panel again, but this time I'm going to make this a phrase match. Then I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do last one, and this is going to be exact, right? So what I'm doing here basically is so I'm also going to remove this plus. So the plus is of course a broad match multiplier, right? The phrase is a keyword phrase match, and then you have the exact match keyword. So basically, what we are saying is that when anybody searches for anything that has solar panel that is broad, that has the phrase match, or that has the exact match that we want the adverts to show up, right? And then of course, the last thing that you want to do is so hold on, I can just push this back up and then click on ads. So last thing I want to do is now create a responsive search ad. So I'm just going to pause the video and create the ad. Alright, so I've set up the ad. So you can see that I've created the ad. It's a responsive search ad, very quickly. Just created, you know, um, the ad, and I put the text in different positions. So for the headline one, you have buy solar panels Nigeria. The 19-20% of the installation price. Get the best products available today. Then this headline one again, purchase the best solar panels, free delivery across Lagos limited stock. So you can go on and on to create the search ad. So that's basically it. I mean, for creating the ads, there's other things that you need to do, which I'm not going to go into in this video, because you need to create ad extensions, you need to add all those things. So I'm not going to go into that in this video. But another thing I just want to show is that so if we want to duplicate this, for example, now, so we've created this ad and maybe we want to duplicate it for um, copy, just paste. So let's say I'm going to duplicate this for solar energy, right? So I'm just going to solar energy, right? So okay, let's just do one by one. So I'm just going to click on the keyword. Sorry. So I'll just select this solar energy. Select this. No. Then click on the keyword. It shouldn't be showing both ad group, solar energy, solar panel. Yeah, so now we have solar energy. Then I'm just going to click on the keywords. So I'm just going to replace panel with energy, replace panel with energy, replace panel with energy. And once I'm done here, just head over to the ad. And yeah, so once I get here, starts to buy the best panels, to buy the best energy, solar energy products. Yeah, yeah. So I also buy the best solar energy products. So yeah, so basically, if anybody goes online and searches for solar energy products, Nigeria or solar panel, these are the different ads that would trigger the different solutions. So what happens is that you just drive like click through it to the top, and it makes it function properly. So that's basically a little bit about how we set up Google search ads, right? So you can also check my other videos about Google discovery and Google discovery ads and Google and YouTube ads, right, on my channel, right? So that's basically it. I mean, that's how I would structure the ad if I'm going to be doing a Google ads a for a solar company, and this is how I would structure the ad for $1,000 per month. So I hope this made a lot of sense. If you want to reach out to me for consultation purposes, you would like to consult with us, let me just share. Yeah. So if you want to contact us, this is my our email, taldonagency@gmail.com. And my number is 0811 And please note that if you want us to work with you, if you want us to work on your brand, our minimum consultation budget is $500 per month. And this is outside of your advertising fees. So if you want to be spending $1,000 a month, the minimum we would you can you can pay us to come on board with you is $500 on a monthly basis, and you pay the $1,000 to Google, while we would be handling your advertising for a fee of $500. And even if you're spending $300 a month, our budget is $500. That's how much we. That's the minimum we pay. We raise for our expertise and setting up and things like and things of that nature. And this is separate of our setup fees and things of that nature. So if this interests you and you like to contact me and things like that, then you can contact me through this modem. You can send me a personal message. You can give me a call. You can send me an email. I'll be very glad to speak with you and discuss your business, right? And like I said, this is not a fixed budget, it's just a minimum consultation budget depending on the amount of work and your brand and how much you're looking to invest in marketing and things of that nature. That would determine a whole lot about what our fees would look like. But this is the minimum that we work with in terms of when we're working with brands and clients. So I really want to thank you for taking the time to go through this video. I hope you learned a lot. And as well, if you just want to say hi, if you want to send me a message and just want to ask me one or two questions, I'll be glad to speak with you. You can also hit me up and yeah. Take care, guys. I wish you success. I wish you great opportunities. And I'll see you on the top. Take care and bye bye.